And therefore, this is something which we would earnestly appeal to all the young doctors that this is something, please trust us. That's why we have not left it to just the High Court. The High Court, of course, consists of very seasoned judges. The Chief Justice was monitoring the investigation by the CBI, but we felt that this is now not a matter of a particular offense, however serious and horrendous the offense is, but something which affects the institution of healthcare pan-India. Therefore, the need for the Supreme Court.
We welcome this. I think this must be done, Mulaz. All of us must be very positive. But Mulaz, I have only one request. Mulaz, I have only one request. Yeah, sorry.
Lord, I need, Mulad, 5 minutes on this, Mulad.
That's what I said. Yes.
Who is the first informant? We were talking about the first information.
Yes.
Who is that first informant? Can you name us, please?
Name him.
Who is the first informant who lodged the FIR?
The one I just find out for us.
And we would also like to know the time of the registration of
the father of the victim.
Wait a minute, please. Don't interfere. Don't interfere.
The first UD case was done by the police on its own.
So that is not an FIR. What is section 174 of the old CRPC today? Can anyone assist us, please?
Yes.
So that's just a report.
Yes, to start the investigation.
But then who lodged the FIR?
183.
First, the father of the deceased.
Yes.
Then the vice principal of the hospital. First, the father of the deceased and vice principal of the hospital.
No, there cannot be two FIRs.
No, but both complaints were sent to us. Both complaints sent to us.
Tell us whose complaint is treated as
Father of the deceased.
this is registered at what time?
11:45 p.m.
11:45
p.m.
And now,
next day. Next day.
Yes.
The night. In the night. In the night. In the night. In the
now,
night.
when is the body? When is the body handed over to the parents for cremation?
Well, let's kindly have this
Just
note
tell
that
us,
I've given.
what time is the body handed over to the parents for cremation? 1 second.
Around 3:30.
30:10.
No.
Therefore, one thing is very clear. The body is handed over to the parents for cremation at 8:30 p.m. The FIR is registered at 11:45 p.m. 3 hours and 15 minutes after the body is handed over to the parents for cremation.
They refused to file. Well, this is the problem. We handed it over. They filed the FIR. They made the complaint at 11:45. They say, we are in shock. Please do whatever you want to do. They wanted a postmortem. We did the postmortem. All is videographed. Everything is videographed.
The autopsy and the postmortem take place
Between 1:45 to 4 p.m.
now. Between 1:45 and 4 p.m. The autopsy takes place, followed by the postmortem.
The autopsy took place at 6 o'clock, not at.
Fair enough. That's all right. We take it as between 1 and 4 o'clock. It doesn't take place in 1 minute. It takes time.
Videograph.
1 second. Don't keep on interrupting.
They wanted a board. We constituted a board.
We are proceeding on the basis of Mr. Sibal's hypothesis that the autopsy and the postmortem take place between 1 and 4:45 in the afternoon. Now,
Lordship, there is-
notwithstanding this, clearly, the autopsy would reveal that this is a case where a doctor has been murdered, where she has been murdered.
Yeah.
The FIR is registered at 11:45 in the night, Mr. Sibal.
Yeah.
And who was expected to register?
Yeah.
Nobody in the hospital registers the FIR.
No,
The father registers the. What was the principal or the vice principal? What were the authorities of the hospital doing?
They wanted a board. We constituted a board. They wanted a magistrate. We got the
You
magistrate.
don't need
realize
time
that
for
murder has
registration
been
of
the
FIR.
policy of
You don't need a medical board for registration of FIR.
At the moment, Mellas, what are we considering? We are considering, Mellas, 2 or 3 things, as your lordship has put to me. How did these photographs reach the social media?
No,
I'll mention all this. How did these photographs reach the media? We have nothing to do with it.
No, let
because
us
we
not
ordered out
trivialize, Malad.
everything. People there took photographs, came in, took photographs and sent it. Number 2, Malad. Number 2, immediately, Malad, an unnatural death case, Malad, was started and an investigation was started. Your lordship may be right, Malad, why did it happen? But whatever the parents were doing, we were agreeing with that. We set up a board. We asked the magistrate to come, a judicial magistrate to be present. Everything was videographed. Everything was called.
Mr. Sibal, it is the
Application
obligation
was made
of the
before the Sialkot
authorities
court.
of the hospital.
Yeah.
The parents are not present in the hospital when the murder takes place.
Yes.
It's the obligation of the authorities of the hospital to register an FIR the moment they
2:45
realize.
it was done. 2:45 done. The letter was sent.
11:45 in the night.
No, 2:45 letter was sent. Assistant superintendent sent a letter at 2:45 minutes. It is not 11:30, at 2:45 itself, we'll set out all this, Malaj. It's better we set it.
What we,
Milord, Lordships may give me 5 minutes, Milord,
Yes.
to further, Milord, to assist your Lordships. Milord, first of all, Milord, let us not trivialize on this side, Milord, we are dealing with one incident, but your Lordships are rightly looking at a larger picture. But we are dealing with, Milord, a young doctor, not only raped by a sexual pervert or perverts, but who was an animal-like instinct, who had an animal-like instinct, the way, my lord, the body was handled. Thereafter, my lord, I don't wish, my lord, to make this a political issue. I would request the state also not to be in a denial mode. 3 hours of the patient, parents waiting, my lord, is something we can experience if we put ourselves in that position. Now, my lord, so far as the safety is concerned, my lord, one thing I must bring to your lordship's notice. My lord, the doctors are genuinely, my lord, have a grievance. They are, my lord, they've lost one of their colleagues, my lord, globally. But, my lord, out of, my lord, all states, 23 states have legislations dealing with, my lord, what is called for, my lord, Kerala, my lord, so-and-so Medicare service persons and medical service institutions, Prevention of Violence and Damage or Loss to the Property Act. There are, my lord, I'll give, my lord, the list of acts. My lord, this also the National Task Force, my lord, can
the punishment which is provided under.
it's a cognizable, my lord, and
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
yes, my lord. It's cognizable, non-bailable, and punishment is 3 years. My lord, this is first. I'll, my lord, place it. The National Task Force, my lord, which our lordships contemplate, can, my lord, go into this, can even make suggestions, and it should be welcome, my lord. My lord, second thing, my lord, which is worrying us is this. My lord, even in a well-organized function, if we want the presence of 500 people in an auditorium, we all know we have to make efforts. 7,000 people at the middle of the night armed with lathis and hockeys, my lord, can never be without the knowledge, if not consent, of the police force. It's complete failure of law and order, my lord, in the entire state.
What time did the vandalization of the hospital take place?
My lord, midnight. It's at midnight, my lord.
I thought my
7,000
learned
people-
friend, he doesn't want to politicize the matter, Malaj. Why is he saying all this?
Now,
Let's-
why this is, my lord, important.
We should be called upon. We'll tell you what happened.
Mr. Solicitor, what we'll do is that we'll.
One more aspect.
One.
One more aspect. My lord, and my lord, again, my learned friend may feel that this is, my lord, but this is directly related to the issue in question. My lord, the West Bengal has an in-charge DIG.
In
My lord,
charge?
in-charge DIG, Director General of Police, who is already being charged and being, my lord, considered by your lordships for having fabricated or otherwise dealt with the evidence in Sharda scam case. My lord, your lordship's
Calcutta
direction
police
in
doesn't
Pratham
come under
Masters-
DGP.
Mr.
Calcutta police doesn't come under DGP. Why are you saying all this?
What this has to do
Lord,
then.
is
Director
Kolkata
General
police.
of Police
This has nothing
is
to
an
do with
in-charge
What is
DGP.
all this?
Charge
Not
now.
let someone else be the
This is
in-charge
what is happening.
Let them choose. But not the man who is already
This is
accused
the